late, no sleeping. Every day like the weekend. Roll it up and start breathing. Hold and release it. Give me a second for me, some personal space. I mean that in personal ways. To focus on aim. Get the fuck out my way. Please get the fuck out my face.
I'm back on the same shit.
Yo, you know what it is, man. Mr. Castro The General on that 25A shit. You know what I'm saying? In here with my boy L. Smith right now.
Yeah, man. So, where you originally from, man?
Man, I'm from the east side of that murder, man, from Echo Heights off of Auburn, E-Rad, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
People still stay there.
Okay, already, man. So, tell me about over there, man. How was it growing up over there, man?
Man, growing up over there was different. You know, back in the day, that's when, when I was growing up, that's when people was still banging. So, you know, me, I'm a father who's Hoover, so the neighborhood come from where I'm from, you know, it was rough. But, you know, it's a lot of opportunity, a lot of love, you know what I mean? So, it ain't nothing different than nowhere. It's all the same shit, just do it a little bit with a different style, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, so as it relates to like the gang culture and everything, you know, is it real heavy out there in that area, or? Yeah,
like, you know, like growing up back then, like we was, you know, it was some Plexus shit all the time. You know, you catch the T to downtown, you see niggas from a different hood, they wearing purple shirts and knew they was from Como. It was light blue, you know, they was Portray, you know what I'm saying? So it was just always a bunch of shit back in the day, you know, it was some petty shit or whatever, but other than that, you know, the gang culture was tough. It's still tough out there, but, you know, as we got older, we started showing people how to get off. You know, we still bang or whatever, but, you know, the older we get, we about money, we got families and shit, you know?
Yeah, man, because I know, man, Fort Worth, man, it's a different breed. You know what I'm saying?
You know, they call us Little Cali out there, you know, Little Compton and shit. You know, the way niggas be handling their business, you know, but, you know, it's the same shit everywhere, man. We just do it different, so that I think that's why I love it more, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Fort Worth niggas back in the day was more on banging shit and what you claim and where you from. And, you know, that Dallas niggas were more about money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I first moved out here, I had seen how the cultures were intermingling. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we do the same thing, whatever. It was more of a rough, hostile environment, but it's what made us, you know? So.
Yeah. So, I can tell, like, in your music, you know what I'm saying, a lot of struggles and things you went through coming up, you know what I'm saying, you put it in your music. So, like, talk about some of those things, man. Like, what was something that was like a turning point for you, you know what I'm saying, that made you really, like, get into that lifestyle, or really just, you know what I'm saying, dive into that and take it in?
Really, to tell you the truth, man, you know, I ain't even jump off the porch. You know, I was thrown off the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't just wake up one day and decide, oh, I want to do this, or I want to be this. You know, it was more of a, you know, my pops got in a situation, my grandmama died, you know, he started spiraling down, so it forced me to the streets, you know what I'm saying? My daddy was a hustler, he taught me everything I know, you know, and so it was more of a, it wasn't a choice, it was more of a, you know, you either gonna do this, because I ain't had nobody at the time, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I knew how to get money, I knew how to get paid, and then, you know, music was just a form of an expression, you know, because back then wasn't too many niggas in Fort Worth rapping like that, you know, besides Twisted Black, you know, so it was,
boy Twisted, man.
Yeah, man, free my nigga, man, coming home off that bed, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, music was just a form of expression. I really didn't think it was gonna do what I'm trying to do with it today, you know.
So when did you first jump off into music? Like, what was that like?
So when I first just started hitting studios and shit, I was probably like 16.
Okay.
You know, my boy Louis G, he was out here in North Dallas or whatever. He gave me my first opportunity. He was fucking with Two Cold Syndicate and all them.
Yeah.
So that was one of my first, you know, just experiences in the actual studio where motherfuckers were actually producing beats and mixing, mastering, and just the energy and everything that I got from it. I knew at that moment right there that that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really what it was, and then from then I just, you know, perfected my craft. Just, you know, it's like sparring. The more you do it, the better you get, you know what I'm saying? So it was that kind of thing, you know. At the time I really wasn't too good, you know, but just seeing the olders who were doing it, you know, and the game they were giving me, you know, because Louis G was connected with George Lopez with DSR before they had signed that big deal with Universal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in a room with DSR when George Lopez was still paying for everything. You know what I'm saying? And seeing these cats who were fucking legends, we hearing them, all through the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I really just took the time to sit back and try to perfect my shit and know what it could do for me, and took the game that everybody else gave me.
So when you saw DSR and then moving around and saw it could actually do something, that's when you were like, okay, let me get my shit right.
Yeah, like they were the ones who showed me like, damn, you could really take this shit out the closet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back then, niggas was just rapping in the closet. You know what I'm saying? And so when I seen how they were structured, and I seen how George Lopez was structuring them, you know what I'm saying, and building them together, that's when I understood that it takes a team to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let me see, I blew right there.
Oh yeah, here you go.
You know, so that's what that situation was.
Okay. So now that you actually doing music, moving around, I know you've opened up for several artists. You know what I'm saying? You recently dropped a project. I can't think of the name of it right now. What's the name of it?
Personal Space.
Personal Space. You got a record called Heartless, bro. You know what I'm saying? I saw that video. I think that's one of the videos that really turned me on to you. I think I ran across that joint and I was like, and so I ran it back. I put it on the Hip Hop Across the Board, you know what I'm saying, video shit. And so I'm like, yeah, I gotta give it through. And then when you hit me about the interview or whatever, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's time, you know what I'm saying. But talk to me about Heartless, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause that record, you know what I'm saying, it's one of the records that's you speaking the real on it. Just like anything else in your music. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell the authenticity in a lot of what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So can you break that record down for us?
Heartless was actually a record I recorded when I was under Magnum with Magnum PI when I was under contract.
Okay.
Probably like over a year ago. That's where I had met Mo 3.
Okay.
He was back there recording with Absolute right there in Garland.
Okay.
And so Heartless was a track that really I had the lyrics written since I had came home from prison. You know what I'm saying? And then we found the perfect beat. Mac had originally wrote the hood. He put Eddie B on it. Eddie B fucking sang his heart out on it. Man. You know, and it's just one of them tracks that every time I listen to it, it just reminds me, you know, where I come from, how far I came. And that's why my music is so personal how it is, because not only have I gone through and lived that shit, but I stand behind that shit, and that's what actually helped my growth.
Right. So who was some of the cats that you were listening to coming up, bro? Like what was some of the music you were into?
But shit, I'm a Texas nigga, so it was a bunch of Texas shit, you know. But as far as out of state, I used to listen to a lot of West Coast gangster rap, you know. But my lyricism came from listening to the East Coast. You know, I used to love fucking listening to Nas and Biggie, and just the way they could paint a picture with their words. It just, you know, it baffled me, bro, like how words could be so powerful. You know, when you listen to songs and they move you a certain way. You listen to a club song that they make, it makes you want to turn up. You listen to a love song, you know, you damn near be in love. You ain't even got nobody be in love with you.
Yeah, but you feel it because it's...
so that, you know, the music I grew up to, it taught me one thing, you know, that good music will last forever. Look how long Pac, Pimp C, all these legends been dead. Man. People still jamming their music. So I just want to make good music that even though if it don't bump now, it's still music that people will jam 10, 15, 20 years from now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that a lot of my influence came from, you know, just the old heads, you know, like the trap shit. You know, it came from T.I. and Twisted Black. You know, they were damn near the same in the way they spit. You know, and I could feel that shit. Yeah,
man. I remember before Twisted Black left, there was a discrepancy between, you know what I'm saying, them two on that. You know what I'm saying, but.
Yeah, he dropped that song, You Ain't No King.
Yeah.
He was talking about T.I. and Lil Flip.
Yeah, man. You know, free that boy Twisted once again,
Mr. 145.
Man, Mr. 145. Yeah, man. So let me ask you this, bro, because with hip hop is one of these things to where it's no longer just defined by one definition. You know what I'm saying? Like by one thing, by one sound, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's become worldwide. With the Latin community, you know what I'm saying? how do you feel about hip hop in the Latin community? Because I feel like, me personally, there's not enough attention given to the Latin community when it comes to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Especially here in the city. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of talented artists out there, bro. Like, even when it comes to cats like you mentioned earlier, GT Garza. You know what I'm saying? GT Garza hard. GT Garza been hard for years. You know what I'm saying? And like, he should be mentioned up there with some of these other cats because he done put in their work. He done, you know what I'm saying? And then you got King Lil G out in Cali. You know what I'm saying? He came out here and he did a show and killed that shit. You know what I'm saying? What is your perspective on that when it comes to Latin hip hop?
When it comes to Latin hip hop, let me remind you that you have two types of Mexicans, Latin people, whatever you want to call them. You know, you have your SAs, your Mexicans, whatever you want to call them, like me.
Yeah.
I grew up in an all-black community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So our sound is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Then if you go to California to some of these cats who banged Sureños, Norteños, or Mexican gangs, and they live a Mexican culture.
Right.
So the sound is different. Now, when it comes to that type of Latin community, the culture's big. You know what I'm saying? But like, growing up rapping in the all-black culture, you know what I'm saying? I had to go that much harder. Because at the end of the day, people like, man, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go that much harder. So the exposure for us, for the essays like me, it's jumping right now.
Yeah.
Think about it. Sauce Walker just signed Peso Peso.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got, what's that kid's name? Youngin? That young SA kid?
Baby Youngin.
Baby Youngin. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That kid's finna blow. You know what I'm saying? You got, I can't think of another little SA name out of Fort Worth, but he doing this thing too. He a young cat too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, when I look around, like, it's getting easier. Because now it's becoming more acceptable to having a Mexican on your track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what he sound like, you know what I'm saying? Because now what we bringing together is unity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the exposure now is probably the best it's ever been in a long time. And it's only gonna get better the more that these cats are working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when people look at me and they be like, damn, Stro, you know, shit, I've been doing this shit for what, 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn, bro, you barely starting, you know, like getting the exposure that I'm getting. It's because it wasn't always that easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just becoming more acceptable, and I done put in so much work to the point to where niggas like, hey, he got some.
Yeah.
And so now when they see these other essays, they're like, hey, he got some, he got, and they understand that, hey, you put them on there, you gonna get a bigger fan base if you black, because you get in the Latin community.
Thanks.
And so the essays, you know, the Latins understand, hey, look, we do tracks with them, we gonna big our fan base. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just everybody starting to understand business.
Right. And that's the main thing when it comes to it, man. Business at the end of the day, because that's what this music business is. It's a business first. You know what I'm saying? And the music, you know what I'm saying? It's a catalyst. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can always make music. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna always if you're an artist, you'll always be able to create. Once you learn that business and you put them together, shit, everything else gonna fall into place. You know what I'm saying? So who were some of the artists that you opened up for? I know you told me that a little earlier, but who were some of those?
I've opened up for Yella Beezy, Trap Boy. I've opened up for GT Garza. I've opened up for C-Strug, CIP, my nigga. I've opened up for Lil Ronnie, motherfucker. You know, you know, the list just goes on.
Yeah.
You know, and it was all off of self-promotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta monetize YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ask how many of these cats got that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I put in a lot of leg work to be able to open up for these artists. You know what I'm saying? So that's a couple of cats that I've opened up for, and you know, I'm supposed to open up for GT Garza again. Then the Corona hit, so we got that on pause from my boy Lupe, my boy Dopey.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He be doing all the promotions and stuff over there at Radius. He be bringing GT Garza. This is the second year he would have brought him back, and we would have opened up for him 2 years back to back.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of this COVID shit, bro, like how has this affected your business when it comes to music and like whether good or bad? Like what's been the drawback of this situation? Because I know
the only thing is hindering right now is like the shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The big name shows where I get a lot of my networking and my promotioning. You know what I'm saying? And it's not affecting the small time because these small time, the open mics and shit, they still rolling and everything. But other than that, it really ain't stopped nothing. It's really giving me time just to sit back and be able to put a new project together. And, I've released fucking like 32 tracks, so I'm really just sitting back and watching the analytics on that, seeing what people fucking with, what they vibing with, so that way when I put this new project together, I know what to give them.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's smart, man. See, like you say, a lot of artists don't know that. A lot of artists don't know how to watch that, engage certain shit to where, you know what I'm saying, this works, this may not work, you know what I'm saying, okay, we gotta do this and do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I definitely applaud you for, you know what I'm saying, being in that space, bro. Definitely, man. So, like, have you performed outside of Texas yet? Have you been able to?
No.
Not yet?
No, not outside of Texas, no.
Okay. Now, if you were to, like, what's some cities you wanna touch down in?
I want to go where I can maximize my potential of marketing. So I want to go to some of these big cities, Atlanta, go to certain places in California. You know what I mean? Go to Florida, maybe Arkansas, try to touch maybe Oklahoma close to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Places like that. I know Denver jumping right now.
Yeah.
So I just want to go to some of them hot spots to where when I go, I like to network, you know what I'm saying? I like to learn new marketing and promotion tactics, how are they exposing their brand, how are they pushing their name or their label, however they doing what they doing. So I want to go to them hot spots to where people actually spending that kind of money to get that exposure so I can learn some more.
Dope. So you outside of music, man, what are you into outside of music when you just want to get away from music and just, you know what I'm saying, what do you do?
Man, tell you the truth, man, shit. I'm a simple nigga.
Yeah.
Music is usually my escape.
Yeah.
What do I do outside of that? I don't do shit but eat, sleep, man.
Yeah.
Tattoos. I do that. I draw. I keep busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could fuck around and spend all week fucking tattooing 4 hours a day, and then don't want to work on music, and then come the weekend I might put fucking 3-4 songs together.
Yeah.
So I just try to stay occupied.
So how long you been doing tattoos?
13 years?
Yeah.
13 years, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So did you do your own or?
Nah. All of this was letting other people crack something out young, them jailhouse tattoos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't do my own shit.
So if you had like a perfect world, man, with this music, with your career and everything, what would you want? What would you want to happen?
Honestly, bro, I would just want to have a successful label.
Yeah.
To where I can offer artists the opportunity, because a lot of these cats, they get these, why you rap? They want to sign a record deal.
Right.
And like I tell people, the rap game like trap game. It's just about paperwork though. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these cats want to rap for a record deal. These labels give them that money, they go fuck off their advance, and guess what that money was supposed to go for?
Right.
Your studio time, your street team, your marketing, your promoting, your production, everything. They don't understand it. That money's got to be reinvested. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to have a label that gives artists the opportunity to, one, if you put, with the money that these labels make, if you took that money and put some of these kids in production school, imagine how much more they could do for your label, even as artists. You know what I mean? So they understand the business. So at the end of the day, even though you didn't chunk them a lump sum and they blew it, now you investing in them to what? Put them to work for now your label, whether they're artists, whether they do production, you know what I'm saying? Or whether they just know the business and they're managing other people.
Right. Top 5, man. Who's your top 5, bro?
Man, right now, let me tell you, my top 5, I can always say gonna be Pimp.
Okay.
Gonna be Twisted. Shout out my nigga, man. Gonna be my goddamn self. I gotta put myself in the top 3. I should have been fake. You know? And then I'm gonna go with Eddie B and my young nigga Mike Dizzle, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Eddie B, he on that hook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, back on the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what's next for you, bro? What you got coming?
Just working on this project. I'm really just trying to put some quality music together. It's gonna come when it comes. But I'm putting a lot of focus on Mike D.
Okay.
You know, Eddie B got a lot of shit he's working on right now, so that's what's I'm just kind of watching, see how everything play out. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll determine what I do next. But my young nigga Mike D, I'm putting a lot of time and focus into him, making sure that he's getting where he needs to be, because you know, after me, that's the next one.
Yeah.
So,
you got any artists that you're looking to work with in the near future?
Yeah, man, I'd really like to work with shit, man. I want to work with Trap Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're my nigga right there, man. I like to go ahead and get a feature with Brick out of H-Town.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with him right now. Sauce.
Okay.
You know, and then I gotta go home. Shit, I like to get a feature with Bugatti.
Okay.
You know, Bugatti still got one of Eddie B's beats he still ain't fucked with.
Yeah.
You know, so shit, maybe I go in there working with that one. You know, so.
Yeah, Bugatti been working. He been working, man.
Yeah, he real consistent, bro.
Yeah, that's the
real
main thing.
Consistent. That's the key to success, man.
Definitely. So, any shout outs, man? Anybody you wanna, you know what I'm saying, before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, I just want to shout out 25-8, my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Eddie B at DSC, Mike D Stacks. You know what I'm saying? My boy Chris Shotwell and my boy DJ D-Rail. You know what I'm saying? Chopping on my shit. And last but not least, Ill Will for coming through, man.
Yeah, man. Real motherfucking talk, man. DFW underrated. It's the boy Castro
You know what I'm
The
saying?
General. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go check out his project. Follow him on social media. Hey, give everybody social media real quick.
Hey, man, you can go look me up on Instagram at Castro The General, THA. You know what I'm saying? You can look me up on Facebook, Eddie Castro. You can go to YouTube, stream me on all major platforms at Castro THA General. You know what I'm saying?
Already, man. Already. Hey, man, one more question, man. What's your favorite strain of weed?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I love that White Widow.
White Widow?
Yeah,
Already, man.
yeah,
That'll work, man. Hey, this DFW underrated, your boy.